Hey everyone, by Specially Bread. This is Marco, and I'm here, as per your request, Brad, to review slash react to Girl with a Basket of Fruit. I have no knowledge whatsoever about this band. I have never heard of them before. I I'm unaware if there is a review of yours in your channel about this, but I'm here because I thought it would be a fun experience. Um, Girl with a basket of fruit. Let's give this a go. Let's give this a spin. And yeah, I'm sorry for the quality of the camera. This is an emotional support webcam from 2012. All right, cut me some slack. All right, let's go.
Take a break! The pressure rip!
All right, let me get this out of the way. I wasn't expecting anything because I had no idea of what I was going into. But I have to say, this surprised me. Like like just the first second of the song, it hits you. I'm just 1 minute in, but I can tell already this is a amazing start for an album. This is visceral. This is, I don't know, menacing. Like there's a danger here, you know, in the atmosphere. I can feel it. It's almost palpable. The beat is amazing.
I'm gonna try to walk away! Let it burn! Photos of her jerking into mush! Let it burn! It's a vagina strained without end and her lungs fill with tears! Her lungs turn to gills! Life inland has become... Frodos! And a flock of erect jigs on fat...
Alright. If I had to describe this song in one word, it would be visceral. This is visceral. It's for the shock and awe, you know. They don't hold back here. I'm not sure about I'm not sure if I understand completely the subject of this song. I'm not sure. But it's very unsettling. Even though the instrumental is fucking amazing. This type of beat, this instrumental, it's reminiscing of the Brazilian funk. It's not funk, and it isn't the funk that are most commonly known internationally. I guess Brazilian funk is getting more recognition as the years go by. But it's not James Brown funk. I guess you know I'm not. I hope I'm not being condescending. This is reminiscing of Brazilian music in general, right? There are a lot of Afro influences here. I can hear it, and Brazilian music is pretty much influenced by the Afro culture as a whole. So it makes sense that I automatically made that connection. On a different note, because I'm talking about the instrumental here, and I seem to always I tend to talk about the instrumental of the songs a little more when I'm reacting to stuff, because I guess my producer side, I'm a singer songwriter producer, whatever. I'm fucking broke. I do everything by myself. That's the thing. Anyway, focus. But I have to stop myself early on and talk about these lyrics, This is so eerie since the beginning. Not eerie. It's not eerie the word I want. It's shocking. It's a shock. The first second of the song is a shock. It starts off making you jump. Like, boo. What the hell is this? And grabs your attention. I was there. And it was terrible. In the best way possible. This was terrible. I feel uncomfortable. I felt uncomfortable listening to this. The way they sing, there's something so brutal here. Have to circle a few verses here. Not verses, lines, bars. The baby duck in you has died. Push it out and F word the duck. It's kind of funny that they would use F word here. Since the song is completely bonkers, I don't give a fucking shit about anything. This is completely explicit, like in other parts. So why would you use the F word here? But then I get it. The baby duck in you has died. Push it out and F word a duck. It's a bad time to be a duck. The baby duck is kind of it's a child here. It's like, it's not a child exactly, not a child per se, but there's some kind of innocence here. And I think it is called for, the censorship of the word fuck here. If I'm not wrong, there could be some language impediments, but I think I'm right. It's a bad time to be a duck. This is not a good time. This is the person here, the character in the song, they're not having a good time at all. Looks, it sounds like an assault. It sounds like someone being fucked up, getting roughed up. This is a very good use of the grammar here. Her lungs fill with tears. Her lungs turn to gills. That's the only way you can breathe underwater, completely drowned out by your tears because you have no other thing to do. You're helpless. Life inland becomes impossible. Exactly. It's helplessness. She's in love with the angel of no taxi anywhere. There's something about saying stuff like this. She's in love with the angel of stop laughing. Like, it's like, she's in love with the angel of stop laughing. What the hell? It's the way it's sang here, and the way it's sang down here. She's in love with the angel of no taxi anywhere. No taxi anywhere. It comes out as a joke. It feels like they're not taking it seriously, like a coping mechanism to deal with shit, like, she's in love with the angel of no taxi anywhere. There's nowhere to go, no possible way of moving, of going away. Even if the worst part is gone, has passed, it's like they're stuck there in that moment, no way of going away from it. Now, this last part here, this part is fucking uncomfortable. This is terrible. This is fucking terrible. If the intention here was shock and awe, they got it flawlessly. It comes out as a joke, which is exactly the way I felt sometimes listening to this song, listening to this, reading these lyrics. It comes out as a joke. It feels like they're not taking it seriously, but they are. You can tell they are because they're screaming at your face. They're desperate. They're grasping for air, and the instrumental is going crazy with this type of kind of Afrobeat with a esque of funk. It's chaotic. It's visceral. That's the word of it. Next song is It Comes Out as a Joke. I don't think there was a transition, like a very remarkable one, at least. This is so unsettling. I hate this. That's good. I fucking hate this. I hate it. I hate you, Brett, for making me listen to this. I hate it. It's terrible. This is the music equivalent of the movie Come and See. If you haven't watched that movie, watch it. It's one of the best movies I've ever watched. And also, the single most gruesome, worst experience ever watching a movie. It's terrible. Just like this. If you watched Come and See, you will understand what I'm saying. This is terrible. I can breathe while listening to this. I guess a knuckle short life in the ribs would do that. Yeah, that would do it. That would do it. Yeah, that's how it feels. It's a in the fucking ribs. This song in the rib cage, depriving me of air. God, this is not good. I'm doing this and I'm interested, and I'm invested in it. But so far, it's not making me feel good. I don't think it is supposed to make people feel good. Nonetheless, I don't think I was ready for this. That's the truth. This is too real, too gruesome, too visceral. You know what? This is the type of music. This is the type of music the Riddler would make if he was a musician. God damn it. Anyway, next song, I guess. I might
1
give him
and 2 and 3.
These creepy ass violins.
Pensive ways of hopeless. Except I am not
Can't
ready,
relate.
and I cannot accept.
What is this?
I am not ready, and I cannot accept.
I'm afraid. Oh, god damn it. It's serious, stop it.
Maybe you can. You won't.
Come on, man. This is serious. Stop it. Stop it. At the beginning of this song, it was genuinely making me wanna cry. It's true. I could feel my eyes tearing up. And all this shit? Get the fuck out of here, brother. You know what gets me? I can relate to this shit. The past month, I've been in my most existential phase ever. I've been finding myself inside of bubbles of denial, inside of bubbles of rage. And I think I can feel my sanity slipping through my fingers sometimes. There's something I say quite often that is everything is meaningless, entropy is inevitable, and the universe is full of violence, unjustified and casual violence. And I find myself like this bar right here. Like this bar right here. This is me. It's funny because I don't think we're me and they, the band. I don't think we're talking about the same stuff necessarily, but I can connect. I can feel the angst. I can feel the, I don't know, the heaviness of it. It's like lead. It's like an anvil bringing me down. My chest caved in. And then it feels like a joke. Like they're saying all the time. It feels like a joke. Like, what the hell is blah, 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 blah. This is comedic relief in crisis. I can relate to that. I mean, this is one interpretation. This is my interpretation. I can be wrong. I could be. For sure, there will be others interpretations of it. But I think I can. This got me right here. This song got me. Yeah, gruesome, visceral, crazy, madness. But it's not the madness that it's not a. I feel like I have to explain this. It's not like common sense madness. It's the madness you feel for realizing the shit. You look around and you perceive things and you feel that you exist in this world, in this environment, in all of the environments that you're able to go to, able to exist in, and you feel your existence. And everything is so fucked up, and it's getting more fucked up by the day, by the hour, I'd say, that your brain tries to make sense of it. And the only explanation, at least for me, is you're insane. This is madness. Even though it isn't. Even though it is the reality. Even though this is real. This, whatever the hell this is, it's happening. Beautiful instrumental. I love the cello.
Chunks of your forearm as something unruinable. A meal, a mushroom, a cuckoo is sparkling out of control.
This is the fabric of existence, right here. I can tell why this is a 10 for you, Brad. This was pure bliss amidst pure chaos at the end here. Look at these lyrics. If this is not what I was talking about earlier, about the casual violence, what is casual violence? It's everything. It doesn't have a meaning. Why things happen? Because they happen. Why is the sky the way it is? Why is gravity the way it is? Why people are the way they are? Well, I think some of these things has an explanation. But fundamentally, it has no meaning. It's random. It's entropy. Well, you can, of course, disagree with that. You can have your beliefs, your faiths, your ideologies, if you want to call it that. Well, this is me. I'm saying this. This is what I think, alright? Everything is random. Everything is chaos. Everything is entropy moving forward. And what is this? What is entropy moving forward if not chunks of your forearm, chunks of your scalp, chunks of your hunch now in a dumpster or in a sandwich, your hairpiece perched upon your head as if dropped from the ceiling by accident. What is this? This is destruction. This is destruction right here. It might be not initially the author probably didn't think of what I'm thinking right now. I guess maybe to some extent yes, but I don't think so. But it's the same thing. It is the same thing. This is destruction. This is random destruction. This is violence, casual violence, unjustified violence. It's death and rebirth. It's deconstruction and construction all over again, in a level, in an existential level. It's not like I'm a being in deconstruction. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about existence here. I don't know. It hit me like that. This album so far. Wow, this last part here was sublime. And genuinely, this instrumental with the vocals, the way they were saying the lyrics at the beginning, I wanted to cry there. Up until the point they went batshit and blah 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 blah. I get that. I feel that. I felt that. This is the best song so far for me. Here we go again. Ooh, this instrumental, man. I love it. I love it.
Miss Gal in a bottle and a baby on a boob. Oh, died born for nobody.
It won't let me get carried away by the instrumental. Every time. The instrumental is crazy good. I want to move. I want to dance. And then the lyrics hit. Oh, and there's something I appreciated from earlier here. From it comes out as a joke to Ormagi Vemu. There's a silence at the end of this song right here. I appreciate that very much. It feels like it's getting things cleansed for the next song, for the kind of a more calm, I guess. It's not calm, but I think you got what I meant. There's a break there. It's very, very good. I needed that. I forgot to mention that. I'm just going back to mention it. Right, let's keep going. The production here is insane. I gotta say that. I hear everything. Everything.
And will always be passed about. Don't. Smile and then don't.
Alright. I feel uncomfortable. We got that out of the way. But I gotta say, man, the instrumentals are amazing this. The production is amazing this. I can hear everything. Like every single thing. And it all just adds up to the feeling of angst, of despair, helplessness. This is terrible. I keep saying that, but it is the reality of these songs. These songs are terrible. They're describing unspeakable things. It's not very direct, so it leaves it to your imagination, which is worse in my opinion. It is explicit, but it's not direct. It leaves spaces, for your mind to imagine stuff. And it's terrible. Bro. Violence.
people don't like me.
Oh, here comes the silence. Oh, and one last breath. I feel like I've been smelted, and then solidified again, and then smelted again, over and over by that song. I kind of zoned out. I gotta be honest. I didn't really. It brought me to a place where I just wasn't. I don't know if it will make sense, but that's it. It brought me to a place where I just wasn't. I might have to listen to that one again. I re-listened to that song, and I don't have a single clue of what the hell they're talking about. I don't. But the feeling was kind of the same, even though I was a little bit more focused on the second listen. The feeling was still the same. I feel like a candle. Maybe I don't know. I said smelted, so it would be more accurate if I was a metal. But I can think of any metal right now. It's just an analogy. Yeah, but that is the feeling. That is. I don't really connect it. I guess it was an experience. This last song, it was an experience for sure. I don't know. It's just so much. There's so much there. There's so many things happening all at once. And the beat, the instrumental is so full. It's so fulfilled. It fulfills everything. No, there's not a single space there. It's completely packed up. It's cranked up. In 5 years from David Bowie, when he says, my mind is like a warehouse. I had no room to spare. I had to cram so many things to store everything in there. I feel like that song is that. A lot of things smelted. I keep coming back to this word. So I'm just gonna say it. The word for the first song was visceral, and then that kind of became the base for everything on this album so far. But the previous song, the word for it's smelting, smelting. It's a smelting song. All right, the wrong thing.
Charismatic, attract rabbit. Carpet beetle, hoo-hoo grub. Rice weevil, flatworm. Mealybug, field cricket.
We're going to space
Grass
now.
grub, caterpillar.
Utopia.
Pet love, utopia.
I thought it was gonna be a slower song, more elastic, if you wanna call it. When I heard the synths, as soon as the song started, I thought we're going to space now. It's a Blade Runner type shit. And then I read the lyrics a little bit up front, and I read the word utopia, and then it clicked. Yes, it is a utopia. It's a song that is kind of a description. It's informative. The person here is informing stuff. It's like you got to a new world, an unknown world for you. You know. And this person is citing the things it has, the world has. It's describing how it feels to do stuff. It's describing how it feels. Period. Charismatic, a trapped rabbit, carpet beetle. It seems like a It sounds like a compendium. Let's Chauvin are wrong as deep as it will go, soft in the head and moth besieged. It's a dominium of the grammar that I envy. I'll give them that. Yeah, it's a new world. It's the unknown. It's the passage into the unknown. Whatever the hell this unknown is. If it is a new world, I said world, but it's not in a sense of like a planet or anything. It's just a symbol for something new. For all it is worth, they could be talking about afterlife here. What they think the afterlife would be, how they feel like it would be. Maybe, I don't know. They could be talking about literally anything here. And I guess it's kind of beautiful because everybody can take stuff like bits and snippets and bits from it and form something unique to each person. It's beautiful if you think like that. It's a beautifully sounding song. It is very carrying, very utopic. I don't know what is the purpose of it, but I appreciate the other pause. It's always like that. It's been like that. They pause sometimes. They paused with the other song earlier. I'm not gonna remember the name of it, and they paused here. So next song is Mary Turner, Mary Turner. Let's go again. Madness, violence, gruesomeness, despair. Mary Turner. The fucking horrible thing. I know this story. I guess it's a pretty well known story. I don't think there's much to say here. Apart from this, fuck your guns, fuck your wars, fuck your truck, fuck your flag. I'm not from the United States, but there are similarities with the stuff that happens here. The type of people that did that to Turner and her husband, I think, and the unborn child, her husband and the unborn child. There are people like that all around the world, and it's something very menacing. It feels like it is getting worse. It feels like the situation is worsening again. So this is a very contemporaneous song. Unfortunately, this is very well alive to this day. Fuck this radicalism. Fuck this. Fuck your guns. Fuck your wars. Fuck your trucks. Fuck your flags. I think we can switch trucks to motorcycles here in Brazil. I guess. Yeah. Fuck that. Fuck, this is a harsh song. The thing that happened, the assassination, the torture of Mary Turner, and the assassination of her husband. It is already a fucking terrible, horrific thing. But the way it is sang here, god damn it, this is terrible. This album so far is the equivalent of Come and See. If you haven't watched that movie, give it a go. This is horrific.
You are erased.
Ooh. Again, impeccable instrumental. And I think that a lot of stuff on this song flew over my head. I feel like I'm missing stuff here. I gotta be honest. But at the same time, the essence of it is still the same, right? It carries the violence that's being pulled apart and torn apart throughout the whole album so far. And this is what the second to last song. But yeah, it feels like it's about violence, police brutality, to be more specific, right? I feel like it, even though I missed some of these. They say a lot of names here that I don't know. Like, what is the Simone Hotel? Oh, Dear Doug. Dear Doug, I remember from early on. Boogie Woogie Claire, Sleepy Pewee. I feel like they're not saying the real names here. It may sound dumb, but you gotta cut me some slack, right? I'm not from the United States, but I feel like Sleepy Pewee. Isn't there a blues guitarist, maybe jazz guitarist, named Sleepy something? I think there is. This name. So these names here could be just made up names to real names that I'm not really getting right now. Yeah, that could be it. I'm not sure, but that could be it. Anyway, that's just something that passed through my head. But I still think the main thing, the main theme of it is the violence and the brutality of the authorities, of the force and power. When it says here, it would be twice as good if you lay down on the track, half for the trash, half for the hornets. It feels like when the... Again, this is my interpretation, alright? I know for a fact that there is a huge culture of people watching police videos on the internet. There's some big channels that covers this type of shit. And a common behavior that I often see is people using this not as educational like they usually say the videos are, but as entertainment. So I think this part right here, twice as good if you lay down the track, half for the trash, half for the hornets. It is that. The violence as entertainment. entertainment, the failure of society, the failure, quote unquote, because I, for once, think that this is not a failure at all. It works how it is supposed to work. It is just shit. But anyway, I'm deflecting a little bit from the songs from the album. I know my mind works like that sometimes. I wander off. Anyway, I feel like that's what this song is about. The violence and the and how people use violence, treat violence as entertainment. Next song and last song, Normal Love. This is a joke, right? On the early songs on the album, the joke was on the lyrics, and the instrumental was heavy as fuck. And now it's switched up. In the end, it's switched up. The joke is the joke is the instrumental here. I feel like it. I know it isn't just a joke, all right. It is a confrontation of reality. I know it.
Yes. No. Why?
All right, that's the end. I think this track closes the album in a nice way. In a less violent. At least it's not a very apparent violence, if you get what I mean. It's viewed. It is there. I can feel it. I can feel the violence all throughout throughout the whole album. Throughout the whole album. All of these songs are brutal. All of them. No exception. But I think some tracks were more like a stop, like a breathe. Try to, at least. And I think it closes like that. And I think it has a good replayability, because it starts completely crazy, completely bonkers, and ends like that. It's like the whole cycle of the album. It doesn't break the rhythm of it, not even once. I can tell why you like this album so much, Brad. I can tell. The content of it, above all, but it's a very well constructed album. As an album, as a project, it really is. It's a very well-rounded project. I like that. I don't usually rate albums. I don't give ratings. I just speak like I spoke all throughout this. I think I spoke a lot. The raw footage here has 1 hour and 40 minutes for an album that is 36 minutes and 35 seconds long. I talked a lot, and I stayed in silence a lot as well. I went back and replayed a few songs, and some of them because I didn't click at first, others because I really wanted to, like Amarji Vemu. I listened to that twice. I think that is my favorite track of the album, because I don't know, like I said, all the things that I said earlier. This is a brutal, heartbreak, awful, terrifying, violent, visceral piece of art. Girl with the Basket of Fruit is everything that life is. That's it for me. Listening to this at this moment of my life was interesting. Interesting to say the least, because I think the album clicked to me in a way that is not very common, you know? It is not very common. I hated some of these songs, like the experience of listening to them. I liked the album. It is amazingly produced. It sounds amazing. The instrumentals are unbelievably good. And I earlier compared this to come and see the movie. And like the movie, I don't want to come back. I'm not coming back to this album. Like, not in the near future. I don't think so. Maybe someday I can foresee. But I don't feel like I am coming back. This was not a very nice experience. It is amazing. And it's very deep and visceral and guttural at moments. And very, very, very deep. And real, you know. And it awakened a sense of despair in me. If I feel the despair and I feel the angst, I feel the rage, and I feel the love, like it ends. It's not a normal love like the name implies. Not implies, but it states. It is not. But then again, I think, rethinking right now, rectifying myself on the go. I don't think there's a normal or abnormal kind of love. Love is love. And inside this thing that we call existence, inside this complex goo of experiences and randomness and chaos, there is one thing that I think it isn't random, and that is love. Love isn't random, but it can be said. Love itself, it doesn't mean that it will be good. It doesn't mean that will result in something good. Because then again, nothing has meaning, innate meaning. Everything is meaningless. The entropy is inevitable, and the universe is full of casual and unjustified violence. This album showed us that. And that's it. I don't think I have a lot more to say. I like the album. It's a great album. But it was kind of unbearable at points. In a standpoint of feelings, you know. It felt overwhelming. It is an overwhelming experience. Listen to this album. Therefore, I'm not coming back. That said, great album. This is interesting. Doing this, it's interesting. I hope you watch this. Well, God damn you, Brad. This was a hard one. If you're gonna make this a thing, like a common thing, like from time to time you're gonna ask us to react to some project, try to take it easy next time. Easier. I don't mean that like it's just that this is overwhelming. This is really something. Bye.